you ever heard the story of the painter whose art was so powerful it could bring dragons to life? This isn't just any legend. It's a tale from the Song Dynasty, a time of incredible art and mystery about a young painter named Li Wei. Li Wei was a true prodigy. His brush could capture the very soul of an animal. He could paint a tiger whose fur seemed to ripple in the wind, or a bird so delicate you'd expect to hear it sing. His fame spread like wildfire, traveling on whispers through villages and cities until it finally reached the ears of the emperor himself. The emperor, intrigued by these tales of miraculous art, summoned Li Wei to the grand imperial palace. Imagine young Li Wei, his heart pounding in his chest, standing before the most powerful man in the empire. The emperor, surrounded by silks and jewels, made a request that would change Li Wei's life forever. "Paint me a dragon," he commanded,
his voice echoing in the vast hall.
"A dragon that will bring prosperity and good fortune to my kingdom." Li Wei bowed low, his mind already swirling with images of scales and fire. "It will be my honor, your majesty," he replied, his voice steady despite the immense pressure. He was given the finest silk scrolls, inks ground from precious stones, and brushes made with the softest animal hair. 4 days and nights, he locked himself away in a quiet chamber of the palace, completely absorbed in his work. He poured all his skill, all his passion, onto the sill. First came the powerful, coiling body, a river of muscle and grace. Then he meticulously painted each individual scale, layering shades of gold and jade until they shimmered with an inner light. He crafted claws as sharp as daggers and a mane that flowed like a fiery waterfall. The dragon looked so real, so full of raw power, that the palace guards who stole a peek would whisper in awe, "Be careful, that beast looks like it could fly away at any moment." They were more right than they knew. Finally, only one detail remained: the eyes. This was Li Wei's signature, the final touch that breathed life into his creations. With a steady hand, he dipped his finest brush into the blackest ink. He painted 2 orbs that didn't just look like eyes. They held the wisdom of ages, the fury of a storm, and the spark of creation itself. They glowed with an untamable power.
As Li Wei took a final step back to admire his masterpiece,
A strange feeling washed over Hema, mix of pride and a sudden, chilling fear.
The dragon's eyes seemed to follow him. To see him.
In that very instant, the clear sky outside the palace turned dark. A bolt of lightning tore across the heavens, followed by a clap of thunder so loud it shook the ancient palace walls to their foundations. Before the horrified court, the impossible happened. With a deafening roar that was not of this world, the painted dragon writhed on the silk scroll.
The fabric tore as the magnificent creature bursts free, no longer an image of ink, but a being of flesh, scale, and storm.
It soared through the high ceilings of the throne room, shattering a window, and disappeared into the churning clouds, its powerful cry echoing across the kingdom. The emperor and his courtiers were stunned into silence, a mixture of terror and utter amazement on their faces.
As the shock wore off, Li Wei collapsed to his knees, his face pale.
"Forgive my arrogance, your majesty," he cried, his voice trembling. "I was so focused on making it real. I never stopped to consider if I should. My art was strong, but my heart lacked the wisdom to control it." The emperor, after a long moment, descended from his throne. He didn't look angry, but thoughtful. He placed a gentle hand on the young painter's shoulder. "Your gift is truly a marvel, Li Wei," he said softly. "But this day has taught us all a valuable lesson. Great power, whether it comes from a brush or a crown, can be a dangerous force without wisdom and true. From that day forward, Li Wei continued to paint. He painted majestic horses, fayas, tigers, and graceful cranes. His art was still breathtaking, still filled with a unique energy that no one else could replicate.
But he learned humility and respect for his own talent. He never again painted the eyes on his creatures.
And while his paintings still glowed with a quiet, beautiful life, they remained safely on the silk.
A timeless reminder that the greatest wisdom lies not in what we can do, but in what we choose not to. What a powerful story, right?
It makes you think about our own talents and passions. Thanks for journeying back in time with me.
If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, subscribe,
And hit that notification bell for more legends from history. See you next time.